so dark. Hello guys, welcome in. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just getting all of my devices together. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm like 3 minutes late, but it's better to be late than never. I'm just trying to make sure that everything is working the right way. So bear with me a little bit, just a little bit. Let us get everything under control. Let me see if I can hear myself. Okay, I can hear myself pretty good. So guys, we are going to be recreating this blue smoky type look with a pop of color. Okay. So without further ado, let's get sorted. So what I'm gonna do right now, I already did my brows offline. But what I want to do, I'm gonna go in with the MAC. This is a cream. Oh, this is too loud. So sorry about that echo. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go back into this contour concealer palette from MAC. And I'm just gonna jump into the lighter shade. And I'm just gonna take that and just kind of brighten up the tailed end of my brows, because we want that part to be a little bit more defined when we go in with that dark brown. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well this afternoon. And we're just gonna diffuse that with our concealer brush. Just like so, like that. Welcome in, everyone. So I'm gonna pull you guys in just a tad bit closer so you guys can see what we are doing. So all I'm doing right now is just blending in that concealer that we put down. I fill in my brows with a palette, eyeshadow palette. That's what I tend to do all the time, and I use this Sephora collection. I use the black for the ends, and I use this dark brown for the front of the brows. Okay, now for this eyeshadow color, we're going to want to start with a lighter blue and then work our way into the darker blue. So we're going to jump into this old palette that I have here, and we're going to jump into this lighter blue right here. We're going to jump in with a fluffy brush like this. And we're just going to basically start our transitional color. So you want to go light too dark, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, okay? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the Lashmebeat family. Over here where we beat and we beat for the gods. So hope you guys are doing well. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in, my love. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. We're just gonna tap that product in. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. How are you doing? Where are you from? It is the first time you're coming in to the live stream. And if it's not your first time, welcome back. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. Jazzy, welcome in. So we're going to take the brush and we're just going to buff all of this color in, feeding it all in. Because we want to get that light shade and then we want to go in with the more darker blue. So, oh, you got school. Okay, I understand. I totally understand. Don't worry. Whenever you can make it, make it. But I'm so appreciative of you coming back, my love. But how's school been? Like, how's school been doing? So we're gonna go in to this palette right here, the Black Party, and we're gonna jump into this dark blue right here. And we're gonna use the same brush. Can you guys hear me? And let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me see. I don't know what happened a little while ago. But can you guys hear me? I don't know what happened a little while ago. But can you guys hear me? Hey, I think you guys can hear me. Okay. So sorry about that a little while ago. So we're going to take this darker blue and we're going to work it all the way into the inner corner and buffing it out. And I want it to be echoing in the back. And we're just going to work that in and buffing it into the blue that we just put down earlier. And we want it to have a seamless blend. And how I blend my colors is basically going back and forth with the blending brush and just seamlessly blending. Just like that. Just like that, buffing that out, creating that shape. So we're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. We're gonna start right here and we're just gonna buff that all the way in. like so. Taking it up a little bit closer to my brows at the front and kind of leaving that open space right here. And the most important thing is for you to just be blending, 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 blending your life away. Because that's going to make the big difference. So what we're going to do now, we're going to jump back into that first blue color, which is the lighter blue, and we're going to come right at the top here, and we're going to diffuse that blue right here, just to make it a little bit softer on the edges. Going back and forth, back and forth. So you can see the gradient between the lighter blue and the darker blue. Now everything kind of looks a little bit muddy on this side. So that's why we have to go back in with the lighter blue. And we're just gonna buff her out. Just buff her out. Yeah. I like it, I like it, I like it. Now we're gonna cut our crease because we want to create that bright blue, cut crease. And then we're gonna darken the outer edge, and then we're going to do the yellow and the green under here. It's gonna be fire. So what we're gonna use to cut the crease, we're gonna be using our concealer from Hourglass, and it's in the shade Vanilla. It's very, very light. But why I like to use it, because it's very full coverage and it does amazing for eyeshadow. So every chance that I get, I'm gonna be using it. So I'm gonna use a flat tip brush just like this one. Why I'm using it, because it has like a rounded tip, and you need the rounded tip in order to give you that really good cut crease. And you're just gonna take your time and carve out your cut crease. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And the other thing why I like this concealer for cutting your crease, as you can see, the color is not bleeding through the concealer, which is really good. You can still see a little bit of blue tinge within the concealer, but for the most part, it's standing up on its own. Hence why I like to use a full coverage concealer to cut my crease. If that makes sense. But if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to let me know in the comment section. I'm not gonna bite. I love doing bright eyeshadow looks. It's one of my favorite things to do. is a bright eyeshadow looks, because this is a very 2016, 17 makeup style, which I really, really enjoy. Very bold colors, very nude lips, very solid face, very bronzy type of look. Those are my favorite looks to do. Just trying to make sure that they're even to the best of my ability. Sometimes doing a cut crease is more easier doing it on somebody else than yourself, because you're really standing up in front of them and you're basically carving it out. This is my eye that I'm not strong. It's more my weaker eye. This is my stronger eye because I'm left-handed. So I tend for this eye to always be perfect. This is my struggle eye. So anybody that does makeup, like if they are left-handed, which not a lot of people are left-handed, but if you are left-handed, you're going to be stronger on your left side than your right side, vice versa. But how are you guys doing? Don't be afraid to tell me hi. And if you guys are liking the content, don't be afraid to tap the screen. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like that. We're going to be jumping into several different eyeshadow palettes just that we can get the perfect color combination possible. Okay, so I think I'm going to go into the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, which is this one. And we're going to touch this blue right here. And we're going to use that as our cut crease shade. We're going to jump into a flat tip brush just like this one. I need to look into a mirror. Ow. I nearly broke my finger. Alright. This is how it looks. Ooh, I like this color. And basically all I'm doing is just basically gliding the shadow all over the base of the concealer. We're not gonna too worry about the edge right here. We just want it to be as even as possible. If it's one thing about a Juvia's Place shadow, she's gonna show up and she's gonna do what she needs to do. And I love that for me. I really do. Hello guys, welcome in. She's gonna show up and do what she needs to do, Juvia's Place. Oh, that looks so beautiful. It does. So we're gonna just repeat the same thing on the opposite eye. Because as you guys can see, she has that light blue with that dark blue. Yeah. We're gonna go back into that dark blue to kind of intensify our cut crease, because our cut crease is a little bit higher than her cut crease. But don't worry, we'll do all the technical stuff. This is what, like when you're doing makeup, let me pause for a second and give you guys a little bit of knowledge. When you do makeup, sometimes when you see a picture or you're recreating a look, you sometimes have to tweak it for the face that you're doing the makeup for. So that means sometimes you have to exaggerate certain things, you have to cut down on certain things, change the shape in order to complement the client that you're working with or the person that you're doing the makeup on. Because sometimes eye shape has a big part to play in how your makeup turns out, etc. If you have hooded eyes, like myself, because as you can see right here, there is like a hood, basically. But for me, for you guys to see the color when I'm just looking directly to you, I had to take it a little bit higher so that it can really pop. So I'm just basically trying to say that sometimes looks, you will have to either take it up a notch or you'll have to bring it down depending on the eye shape, depending on the person, etc., etc. So when you're recreating a look, don't stress out yourself to try to get it as perfect as the other person, because you have different face structures, you have different shapes. So don't stress out yourself too much about it. Make sense? Makes sense. All right, let's get back into to the shadow. Yeah, because I find a lot of people when they're recreating looks, they tend to try to do it exactly like the other person, which is good, but you just have to be realistic about it as well. And that's why when I have clients that come to me with reference pictures, I let them know, yes, we can definitely do this, but then we will have to, you know, based on your eye shape, tweak it a little bit, or based on your complexion, we're gonna have to tweak it a little bit, etc., etc. Very, very important if you are an upcoming makeup artist to set realistic expectations for your client, you know? Don't give them or sell them a dream. Give them realistic expectations. Because 95% of the times they will bring you a picture that is heavily filtered and edited, or bring you a picture of a celebrity that is went to Facetune, this and that, you name it, you know, and they want you to recreate exactly what they bring on the image. But you have to be realistic with a lot of your clients. And also be realistic with what you can do as an artist. There's not everything out there when it comes down to makeup that I can do. And I'm honest about it, you know? I can attempt to do certain things and grow what I already have, but the reality of the whole matter, there are things out there that I have not mastered, I have not tried yet, etc. So if somebody comes to you with something that you think that you have the capability of doing, but you just never done it before, it's okay to tell them, my love, I've always seen this trend. I never really personally tried it, but we can basically play around with it together. Let me know, etc., etc. Even if you have to come like 2 hours early for your appointment, just to make sure that we try it. And if it doesn't work, then we switch it up. We'll have enough time to do over your makeup for the event, etc., etc. So communicating with your clients is always have to be top tier, and letting them know what they're getting themselves into. Yeah. So that's my little TED talk for today for the upcoming MUAs out there, or who just love makeup and want to do makeup on other people. Okay. All right, all right, all right. I think that the picture she has, I think it's so up close and personal. I think she does black on the outer edge. So let us go into some black and kind of smoke that out. Yeah, let's see that. Because it's very, very, very dark. So I'm just assuming that she used black for the outer edge. Sorry. So we're going to go in with our round tip brush and we're going to just pat that black right there. And as you can see, we're creating that cat eye effect with the black right here. And I'm just focusing it right on the outer edge, blending it in with that blue shade. I need to look a little bit more closer. Okay, you can now see what I'm doing. Tap off the excess and we're just going to, hold on, let me use the other brush. That brush was a little bit too stiff. I need something that has a little bit more body. So we're gonna use the brush that we use first. And we're just gonna go in and we're gonna soften up this black. And pushing it into the crease. Just like that. So you see how it takes this harsh line from this to that? That's what you want. You want the colors to swim in each other. Like, yeah, that's what you want. The colors to blend seamlessly with each other. And this is how you do it, by blending them seamlessly in together. Now, am I satisfied with this blend? It's cute, but I need it to be a little bit more darker, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit more black. And we're just gonna tap. We're gonna tap her in. See, this is the kind of darkness that I'm looking for. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take back the fluffy brush and we're just gonna lightly diffuse it because we want to keep that intensity right at the end. Right at the end. Welcome in, guys. I see people coming in and out. Welcome in. All right, I like that. The blending is immaculate, if I say so myself. Look at it. So we're gonna just repeat the other step, and this is the difference between this brush, which is more dense, as you can see, very, very dense. So it's very good for you to have a dense brush so you can place the color down. And then you're gonna need something that's a little bit more fluffy to move the product around in circular motions. So we're gonna go in with the dense one into the black shadow, and we're gonna just pat it right where we need it. Oh, that's okay, darling. That's okay. We in here like Donkey Kong. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna pat that down with the dense blending brush. And we're gonna build up the intensity. Just like that. And then we're gonna go back into the same fluffy brush that we used first. And then we're going to diffuse the black into the blue and then soften the edges around here. And how we do that, we basically go in and we do circular motions. Just like so. Now, one of the, hi girl, what's up, KK? What's popping? Okay, one of the tricks is when you're blending colors, it is super important to hold the brush all the way at the end of the tip. Because if you go too close to the brush tip, it's gonna be too harsh. You want it to be light as a feather, and you want it to just softly move the products together and blend them in. So the further your hands are, the better for the blend and the pressure that you're gonna put down on the brush. Just like that. Ever so softly. I think of it as a windshield wiper type of thing, and I'm just going in circular motions and I'm blending it inwardly. Just like so. And just like that, you have blended in the shadows together beautifully. Beautifully. I'm going to take the lighter shade again, which is the first blue that we put down. And I'm just going to go over the edge right here because it's a little bit too harsh. And we want to blend it in just a tad bit more. So we're just going to go over the edge and just kind of buff it out so it doesn't look like a harsh line. Yeah. That is much more better. So always remember you can go in with the first shade, which should be your transitional shade, that you can go in and just kind of buff out all of the harsh edges. Buff out all of the harsh edges. See? So you have levels to it. You have light, dark, light again. Yeah, very important. And it looks like she has on a black liner. The picture's kind of dark because I think she wanted the yellow to kind of pop. But we're going to go in with a wash activated black liner. This is from LA Colors. And we're going to create our wing liner. If you guys are in here for the very first time, for the people who have been in here just chilling out with me, thank you guys so much. If you guys are new, don't be afraid to tap the screen. Show you girls some love. Now I'm trying not to do this wing liner too big, because I don't want to throw away. But I want it to be thick enough to have that impact that we're looking for. Yeah. Remember, this is kind of like 2016, 17 makeup look. Yeah, that's what we're kind of going for. Very bold eyes, very subtle makeup, bronzy, really cute nude lips. That's the kind of look that we're going for today. All the emphasis is going to be on the eye. Yep. Yeah. I love this blend. The blend, to me, is everything. When I look at people's makeup, the first thing that goes to come to my mind is the blending on the eyeshadow if you have on eyeshadow. If that shit is not blended, then I was like, your complexion eats, your lips, your contour, your blush eats, but that eyeshadow, girl, you need some work. Yeah, but I'm very, very anal about my eyeshadow. I'll be mad sometimes when I do my cut crease and then I'm going to take pictures and then you can literally see one is higher than one. That should just piss me off. So I take very much pride in my eyeshadow application. Yeah. And that's how you can know a real artist, you know, from, you know, somebody that dress ups in makeup, tea no shade, shade no tea. Like the Troll Nation, just to name a few. Just to name a few. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. But yeah, I love an eyeshadow blending. The blending has to be on point. So as I was saying, like when you guys are recreating looks, don't be too in your head about like, oh, it doesn't look like the person on whatever. Different eye shape cause things to look a little bit more different. Sometimes you have to make it bigger or make it smaller depending on your eye shape. So for me, if you notice in the picture here, her cut crease is a little bit more smaller than mine's. But in order for you to see the color pop, I need to take it a little bit higher so that you can see the beauty. Why do so much work and you can't be able to see the beauty when my eyes are open and closed? So there's just certain things that you're going to have to tweak, but it's okay because you're just recreating it. It's like taking inspiration and just doing it and making it your own. So don't have too much pressure on yourself. Okay? Yeah. Let's finish this other eyeliner. And back in the days, I never used to like liquid liners. I never used to like liquid liners at all. But I've grown to love it over the years. When I first started doing makeup, liners were the death of me. Like, I could never get it right. And that's why I didn't like the liquid. So that's why I always did like the pot ones. I used to always use the pot ones, like the one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Yeah, I used to, she was my girl, my go-to. She was my go-to. If you guys know, you guys know. Okay. You want them to look like twins as much as possible, which I think we have done a good job with our liner today. Sorry guys, I'm still getting over the cold. I'm at the last 200 meters of this cold. And I can't wait to get rid of it. Like, I've had cold for like a month. This is not cute. This is not ladylike. It is not cute. I'm in the... She is doing hair stuff. Okay, no problem. That's okay, my love. That's totally okay. But guys, I'm loving how the look is coming out. Obviously, the pop of color and all of that, we're going to be doing all of the extra things after the foundation. We're going to be doing all of that after foundation and all the good stuff. So let's get into foundation without further ado. Now, I will normally do my lashes now and then work around everything else. But let's try it a little bit different. Instead of doing my lashes now, we're going to do it at the end. Let's see how I like it. Don't know if I'm going to commit to something like that because sometimes when I'm done my eyes, I want to see the full whatever, you know? But for now, we're gonna change it up a little bit. It's a new year, why not? I'm gonna go into this Viva Color mascara and we're just going to pump up our lashes, getting them ready for our lashes. And I think we're gonna stack some lashes today because what I have is really thin and I want something that's a little bit more fuller. So these are the lashes we're going to be using right here. And as you can see, they're very natural. So I think I'm going to just double them and see, you know, if that works for us. Okay. Now, let's get on to the fun part before I jump into Moko. Welcome. Welcome in, darling. You actually catch me mid-tutorial. That's great. Welcome in, darling. So we're going to take some of this lip balm and we're going to put it on our lips because it's wintertime and you need to stay moisturized, okay? Moko, welcome, darling. I'm so happy that you catch me mid-tutorial. Well, not even mid because we just finished the eyes for the most part. We still have a lot more to do, but that's gonna be done after we... I've never saw you put mascara on before. Yeah, I don't do it all the time, but I do it sometimes. It's when I'm in the mood. Or if I do eyeshadow and it fell on my lashes, sometimes a quicker way to like get over it is just putting on mascara and cleaning it up. Well, a lot of people have been saying that they're not getting notification, my love. I don't know. I'm just trying to do the best that I can. What I can see, what can help, you can unsubscribe and then subscribe and then put on the bell notification so it looks like if you have just joined the channel and stuff like that. Maybe that can help. Yeah, maybe that will help you, my love. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to take our mist and we're gonna just mist our face a little bit, you know, get it back moisturized. I already have on my moisturizer. I don't have on primer. So let us get that. If you guys have been watching my live streams when I was in America, I have this Fenty bag that we got for PR. Not PR, for gratis at Sephora, and it has been one of my favorite bags to walk with my makeup when I'm traveling because as you can see, it's a waterproof bag. You can basically wear it as like a Fendi type of bag if you want to be stylish or whatever. But I have my makeup in here. So, did I walk with primer? Yes, I did. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. You should email YouTube. I know. You should email YouTube. I know, but they might just tell you to post more. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna kind of get back into my regular schedule, trying to do like 2 live streams a week, and let's see how it's gonna go. Because one of the reasons why I started doing it a little bit earlier is because of this fact of people not getting the notification, and some people are saying that they, not night owls, so I need to start coming live more earlier. So I'm trying to listen to the people and give the people what they're looking for, giving the people what they're asking for. Yeah, because of the notification, not, yeah. Yeah, I understand what you were saying. But I probably might email them and see how it goes. This is from Benefit, guys, and this is like a pore filler primer. This is how she looks. I don't even know if they still have her available. But it does leave a white cast, so don't be, too frightened about me looking like Casper the Ghost. Not really. Not really. Oh. I put on way too much of this product. Guys, less is more, okay? I like it because I like my face to like kind of be matte. So I think it works for me very, 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 very well. The more matter, sometimes the better for me. Because eventually my skin is going to produce oil. So it will eventually just balance out everything. So, yeah. God is making me look so ghostly, though. Oh my god. Ooh. Halloween is gone. Alright. Now that we have that down, I have quite a few concealers that I've been using. I just threw everything on my bed. So, yeah. We're using the Dior concealer. And this is in the shade 6.5N, which is stand for neutral. And this is going to be like my all over type of shade. Let's do that. Just around the perimeters of my face. Because when I traveled, I didn't use foundation because I didn't walk with any. So I had to rely on my concealers to do the work for me. We're going to jump into Too Faced Concealer in Golden Bronze. And we're going to use that right here in our inner corners. Just like so. One right here. A little here. And just a dab right under here. And a little bit right here. Just like so. Now I'm gonna look like a pizza, but Trust me, let me bake. Let me bake. We're gonna go in with the La Marie Curie from on the Dollar Tree. Gonna go in with that. It's a little bit more darker, as you guys can see, a little bit more redder than the Dior. So we're gonna use it as like a contour, basically. Bring a little bit here. And then we're gonna do a little bit there. Just like so. And then we're gonna add the Iconi concealer in the shade Natural Medium Dark. And we're gonna put that right under here. Right here. We might have to go in with more products after this, but just let's see what this does for us. And trust me, this is how I do my clients, because it's a quicker way to basically get the foundation on, and then you can add brightness, you can add more concealer, you can darken or whatever, but you put down something like this. This is what I do for my clients, and that's how I kind of take 20 minutes off of the work, is because I'm placing everything down, and then I go out and just blend everything out, and then I add if needed. Now, not everybody does it this way, and I don't do this way all the time, but it's one of the ways that I do my foundation. Okay, we're gonna start with the lighter parts of the forehead, and then we're gonna just blend it into that darker shade, and we're just gonna work our way up, just like so. And you see how we make that half moon type of thing? Yeah. You guys seeing what I'm putting down? Yep. No. I need a foundation brush. Give me a sec. I'm literally just pulling brushes from the bag that you just saw me have. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna use a bigger brush now, and we're just gonna tap that in. And doing it that way, as I hope you guys can hear me. I have contoured and everything like that already. And we're just gonna tap that in. Perfect. So you see, all the work has been done. And if you want to add more shadows, you can definitely go in and do that. So that's why I do that for clients, because it's quicker, it's easier, we can get the job done. And the more clients you do, it's the more moolah you make. So that's just like a trick for any artist. Yeah. So placing it down, knowing what you're doing. Yeah. Hi, darling. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. How are you doing, my love? I haven't seen you live in a hot minute. Hope you're doing well. Ooh. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. You guys fell. I have a new tripod, so I'm trying my best to make it work. Okay, good, James. Good, 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 good. I'm glad that you are doing well. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same thing with under the eyes. So what you want to do, you want to start with the lighter color first, and then you blend it out. Now, with your concealer that you place down, note well, these are all concealers, no foundation yet. You don't necessarily need foundation if you don't want more of a full coverage, or you don't want to have too much product on your face. You can just use concealer. I use concealer sometimes all the time and not foundation, but to each his own. Everybody does stuff differently, etc. If you need it, I will apply it. If you don't, then I just don't put it on. Or if I do put it on, I put on a reasonable amount and make it work. So what we're going to do, the longer you keep for some, not all concealers perform the same way. So you have to get familiar with the concealer that you're using to know how much time you have to play. Some concealers, they dry very quickly, so you have no time to blend it out, all of that type of stuff. So sometimes you have to be very careful when you're trying to do this method. So sometimes when you leave it to oxidize, it's gonna give you a little bit more bang for your money, a little bit more coverage, because it gets oxidized and then it gets to, do its thing. So you get more coverage that way, okay? We're gonna tap that out just like that. Being very careful to not mess it up. All the hard work that you've done with your eyeshadow. And you're gonna tap that in. Just like so. Tap that in. Just like that. See how that just already brightens up everything, and then as you look, it blends straight into that color that we put under the concealer, so you have an even distribution going right down. What we're gonna do, we're gonna blend out the other under eye. As you guys can see, this is how it looks, and this is how you want it to look. We're gonna do that, starting with the lighter. And if you notice, I'm pouncing it right under my eyes for a couple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pouncing it right under because I want most of the product to kind of just stay in that area. And then I'm just ever so gently pushing the rest of the product under my eyes, because the less product under your eyes is the better for you when it comes on to creasing and all that good jazz. So the less is very much more when it comes on to your under eyes. So you want to make sure that you have the least amount of product on there as possible, but you still want that full coverage. So that's how I go about getting best of both worlds when I do it, like how I'm doing it right now. We're gonna take that up to the temple. Sorry. Take that up to the temple. And we're just gonna blend, blend, blend. And now we jump into the bigger foundation brush, and we're just going to attack the rest of the face. And if the concealer gets a little bit too dry, going with a mist or your setting spray just to reactivate, it a little bit so that you can play with it a little bit more longer. That is another trick as well. If you end up making it dry down too long, is because I'm explaining it and I want you guys to really get into it why I'm taking so long. But yeah, so we're gonna rehydrate this side. Ooh, this spray is vicious. And then we're just gonna go in and we're just going to pat that into the skin. pattern to the skin, just like that. Take it up into your ears, make sure that your ears, if your ears is going to be out, make sure that it's the same color. Bring it down your neck, and you're just going to balance. Oh, yeah, pounce, pounce, pounce. Pounce, pounce, pounce. Just like that. Mocha, you killed me. You NKK. Sorry. So, as you can see, this gives me a decent amount of coverage. A decent amount of coverage. Now, if you want to go in and you want a more full of a coverage type of look, this is the part where you can add some foundation. And we're going to add some foundation just as I can show you guys how it will look like if you add more coverage. So let's try it on one side. We're going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer Foundation in the shade, hold on, Rich Cocoa. And we're just going to take one pump. Let's do 2 pumps. Let's not be greedy. Let's not be greedy. I'm going to put it on here, and we're going to take that foundation and we're going to balance. Yeah. And tap that foundation out. Put the excess on the top here. And this is what we're going to do. Hi, darling. Welcome in. Be okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this side is when you add foundation to the concealer that we already put down. As you can see, it's more of a fuller coverage look. This is just the concealers that we placed down. So you see I got I got, what do you call it, concealer all over my liquid liner, so I'm gonna have to do that back over. But look at it. So this one is more of a natural type of finish. This one is more of a full coverage finish. So it all depends on what you prefer and what you're looking for, what you're going for. Full coverage, medium coverage, you know, just everyday, you know, type 5. Full coverage, that means you beat down to the ground. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do this side and finish. So we're gonna put 2 more pumps for this side, and we're gonna add that foundation to the opposite side to have a full coverage moment. And yes, I know I still have to work on my nose, but that's okay. We will get there. See how that looks? Full coverage. So it takes it from being everyday to like a full coverage look by just adding the foundation on to it. Now we're gonna work on the nose. We're gonna take the darker shade and we're just gonna punch that. I think I need something a little bit more smaller for the nose section. Give me a sec. We need something incy bincy teeny weeny. Yeah. So let's go for a smaller blending brush, just so that we can get into these smaller areas. And we're going with the dark shade first, and we're just punching that in, just like so. Just punching it in. ever so gently, we're gonna touch the lighter edge. And we're just kind of just blending that all together. Now we're gonna go back in, sorry, with powder to really sculpt it out and do all of that good jazz. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. If you notice, this is my problem area. Right at the button of the nose, it can be a little bit too broad. So we can use, we can definitely use powder to fix that. Okay, let's go back under the eyes. Let's go back under the eyes, and we're just gonna buff out that light concealer. See, I always tell you, this eye is always the best. I messed it up over here. Yeah, I like. Tell me if you guys like. Tell me if you guys are learning something. Let me know, let me know. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, now that the face is doing what it's doing, I'm gonna go in with another setting mist, and we're just gonna let that just do what it do. And what this helps is helping the product to seamlessly blend into your skin. That's what you want. You want it to be even. You want it to be flawless. So doing these steps are going to definitely help you with that process. Oh, you're always learning. Clock that. Oh my god. Okay, let's fix the liner on this side before we continue with the powder and everything like that. Yeah, sometimes you get very carried away with your concealer and all that other stuff, and you tend to make your concealer go all over the place. So we're just gonna clean up the lines. Always. Always. And I love her for that. Yeah. As Jamaicans will say, we're back in the dance. We are back in the dance. Our eyeliner is fixed. And it's time for one of my favorite parts, powder. Powder, powder, powder. Powder, powder, powder. And you guys know, without a shadow of a doubt, what powder I'm going to go first with. My Sephora Magic Powder. If I can get her open. With these long, giant nails. Yeah. This is her, and she's in the shade 60 Ebony Deep Red. And you guys know how I feel about this powder. We're gonna take a fluffy stuff. Now this is kind of tricky doing it with my long nails, but we're gonna make it work or whatever. And we're gonna go in, and I'm gonna show you how this product works like a dream. When you have long nails, you have to like mimic certain things. It mattifies, it blurs. Oh baby, look at that. Look at that. How it mattified, it blurred. This powder is everything. And it looks like that. This the Sephora collection powder is the only powder that has the clear top where you can see the powder. Guys, if it's not anything that you get this one. And the reason why I will say that one is it's easy for the girls who don't like to do too much makeup, or the boys who don't like to do too much makeup, because we're not discriminating over here. And what it does, I will try it on my decorator and show you guys how it looks. I can place it right here, and it just gives me an even complexion. It doesn't look shiny, it doesn't look overdone, but it gives me a good coverage. Again, let me show you now, guys, another up close example. Look at right here. See how it looks? Obviously, if you find the right shade, because this is my highlighting shade, it's going to be a little bit brighter. But look how blurring it is. So imagine it, getting it in your right color. Just imagine. My décolleté is lighter than my face naturally, but it blends seamlessly into the skin. So you can use this as an everyday powder. Sorry. You can use it as an everyday powder. You can use it by itself. You don't need to have the concealer. You don't need to have all that. You can just use this as an everyday powder. It is so good. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. If you guys have to take a screenshot, go right ahead. Be my guest. Oh. Hey, yay, 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 yay. Be okay. Oh, yes. If you guys ever send me a super chat or anything like that, your girl is gonna shake, 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 shake. Thank you, my love. Thank you, Dwelling. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for blessing me. Look how wonderful this looks, guys. And I could leave it like that and then go continue with everything else, but I'm going to put on a lighter translucent powder on top of this. But this is just basically my foundation, setting down everything, making sure it's a lock seal and delivered. Okay? Mocha, don't kill me. Thank you so much, Be Okay. I appreciate you so much. I really, really, really do. I appreciate you so much. So we're just going to do it to the opposite eye. And we're going to put it everywhere that we highlighted. So that means the lightest place of our face where the light hits us and we feel no pain. You need to. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Chicken wow wow, chicken wow wow. Now, before we go any further, what I noticed now, because I have on everything else, I still need some structure to the face. I still need a little bit of dimension because we have on so much foundation. Ain't anything. Malcolm, I love you down. I love you down. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a little bit of contour. We're gonna add a foundation stick. This is from Black Radiance, and it is in the shade 6826. 6826. And it's very dark. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a little bit of dimension back into the face. We're gonna put a little bit here as well, because we want to get back the nose chinchy. Just a little. Then we're going to take a little bit around the perimeter of our forehead, just like that. And maybe just a little bit here. And a little bit there. And what this is going to do, this is going to add back a little bit of dimension in our face. This is my natural contour. I'm just going over it because we kind of lost a little bit of the depth. And we don't want that. We want our shadows to really come through. See how that kind of cinched down my face like that and bring it up? That's what we want. That's exactly, let's use the bigger brush. And we're just gonna blend that into the hairline. Bring it back. It's just bringing a little bit of warmth to our face. You know, bring it back to reality. Look like we are a little bit in the sun, you know, taking in all of that vitamin C. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody look at me and they said, oh my God, you're glowing. I said, yes, thank God to the sun. Thank God to the sun. Yeah. And this is going to cut down my jawbone just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. Yeah. Same concept. We're just going to buff that in all the way to our brows. Just like that. So you see now we have a little bit of structure going on. And I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I'm excited. I am excited. This look is gonna come out so good. And then when we add the yellow and the green under the eyes, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. So now we're gonna go in with our Black Radiance Translucent Powder. This is the yellow tint one. And what this is gonna do, we're just gonna add back a little bit of brightness under our eyes and all the places that we highlighted. I'm gonna take the brush because we have on so much product. I don't want to put on too much. I want the lightest product that I can put on right now, the better, because I don't want it to be too cakey. So me using a big fluffy brush is going to help me diffuse the powder way much more better. Tap, 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 tap. We do that, we do that. Boom, bam. Very, very light. It's very, very subtle. We don't want it to be overpowering. We good. Then we're going to go in with our Black Opal Dark 700 powder. This is my all over powder. We're going to use that same fluffy brush and we're going to use that everywhere else that we didn't use the bright powder. And we're just going to lock in the foundation, lock in the concealer, lock in everything else by using the all over powder. Just locking everything else. Boom, bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Taking a little bit of that powder and rubbing it on my brows just to take away that little bit of shine. Remember, it's always good when you're using anything cream related, foundations, concealer. Make sure you set that. Because if you don't set it, it's going to move. It's going to move like the dream girls. Move right out of my life. You better move. You stepping on my heart, you said move. What am I gonna do? My heart, breaking up over you. You have a... Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. All right. Now that we have all of that down, we're going to go back into our mist setting spray. And we're going to lock that in. We're going to lock it in. We're going to lock it in. Now with all the powders, you want it to look as natural. Ow. My nails. I felt that in my big toe. Ow. I felt that in my big toe, guys. My nails hooked into the stupid draw. I felt that in my big toe. I really did. I really did. My humble apologies. Okay, we're gonna put this back on just now and give my nails a little second to breathe. My God, that hurts. Anyhow, let's. This is gonna help with the product dry into the skin. Beautifully. And you can't tell me that this doesn't look skin-like. Look at it. You can't tell me that this is not my skin. Look at the color. Look at the color match. You can't tell me that that's not my skin. The only reason why you know I have on a little bit of makeup right now is because I have on eyeshadow. I did that. I did that. If you don't believe that I did that, then sorry for you, but I did that. Skin on 20. Yeah. Let me stop. Skin on 20. I really love this. So what we're gonna do, let us now finish up the under eyes, and then let's finish up the under eyes. Let's add the bright yellow, then we're gonna add the green, and then we're gonna smoke out the under eyes. So let's do all of that fun stuff right now without further ado. Let's get into the under eyes, and then we're gonna put on, you see, sometimes by now I would already have on my lashes and feeling my fantasy, but I'm not really feeling my full fantasy yet, but I like the process. So let's do it. We're gonna jump into this yellow right here. Hopefully it will give me the pop of color that I'm looking for. Let's hope. It's bright, but it's not that bright, but it's bright. I probably should have put on a little bit like a concealer first, but we'll still make it work. We just have to put on a little bit more than normal, but that's fine with me. Yeah, now I'm seeing the color coming through. And we're using a pencil tip brush for this application right here. Why we're using a pencil tip brush is because it has more precision where you place the color. And when you're doing something so intricate, you want it to be as detailed as possible. So using a smaller brush will definitely help, you know, deposit the color. Because if you don't, you know, pay attention, it will run down like how it run down here. So yeah, you have to be very intentional in where you're placing the shadow. And yeah, okay, so we're done with the green for the yellow for now. Let me see. All right. Okay, for that green, I think we can use this green. And this green is from the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place. And we're gonna add a little bit onto the top. Just right where that yellow starts, we're gonna just infuse it with a little bit of green. So it can have that, you know, pop of color in the middle. Just like so. I don't think you guys can see it that much, but it's there. So we're gonna do that with the other eye. Hold on, I don't wanna you guys to not see what I'm doing. We're gonna take it halfway, right by your pupil, just like so. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the dark blue that we used from the Black Party palette. This is the yellow that we use, and then this is the dark blue that we're gonna go into. And we are going to come under the eyes with that dark blue. And we're gonna merge it with the green. Yeah. Oh! Oh, this is sickening. I love it. Sorry for the outburst, I'm just happy. This blend, eat in down. Look at this. Ah! It's eating down, guys. It's eating down. I'm happy. I am so happy. It is eating down. Just with a little bit of patience, anything is possible, guys. Ooh, look at that blendo. Ooh, oh. Oh, this is eating down. Leaving no crumbs for nobody to have any. I'm sorry. This eye, though. Now, what's gonna tie this together is your mascara. Is what's gonna really pull this under eye together. And let us do one eye to show you what the power of an under eye. It's not my favorite part, but it does make a very, very big difference when it's done. I basically use the tip and I just play around with the hairs, trying to get as much product on the lash itself and kind of just feather them out. Just like so. So look at this eye compared to this eye. This eye is not ready yet for the party. She's coming, but she's not ready yet. This eye is not ready. It looks completed, it looks full. You can see the impact of the under eye mascara. So we're gonna do it for the other eye. And as I said, I'm just using the tip of the mascara. And we're going in, trying to make as less mess as possible. We need to dip it one more time. We don't want to be too much because it's not a waterproof mascara. It's preferably best to use a waterproof mascara to do something like this because you don't want it to run. If you have teary eyes or anything of that sort, something goes into your eyes. Having a waterproof one is going to be the best. But since we're going to take off this makeup anyways, we're just going to do it. But waterproof is the best for anything under the eyes. Yeah, it's just a little bit of finessing. Just a little bit of finessing. Oh, this looks so, I look so good. Ow. Okay, I really need to cough, so you guys give me 2 seconds. Let me cough and I'll be right back. Oh, your girl is back, your girl is back. Yeah, so it makes a very, very big difference when you have the waterproof mascara. So these are the lashes that we're going to be using. Very natural, which I think is kind of too natural for the look, but sometimes it's not all about the lashes. So we're going to stack these two and hope for the best. If you look sharp, we stack all 3 of them. I don't remember where I got these from. I think somebody gave me as a gift. Because when you're a makeup artist, when it's time for gift giving, it's gonna always be makeup. It's gonna always be something that they find somewhere to give to you, which is cool. Which is cool. Not being ungrateful at all. So we're just basically stocking these together. And how you stock lashes is basically putting them on top of one another. Nothing too crazy. This one is giving me a little bit of a fight. I don't know why. Why are you being so stubborn? Okay, perfect. So we have 2 of them stacked right here. I'm not going to lie to you, these are still going to look natural. But it still looks cute though. What do you guys think? It's a little bit natural, but I think the eyeshadow is still showing. I like it. Hello. How are you doing, my love? Welcome in. Welcome in, Andrea. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing, my love? Welcome in. I like the two of them stick together. So we're gonna do that. It's not big and bold like how I would like it, but I think not all the time we have to be so big and bold. So let's go in with this one and seal the deal. Girl, I'm a pro. No, I've been wearing nails for a very long time, so it's coming like second nature to me. These ones are really long though. So you have to like really, you know, but it's just coming like second nature to me at this point. All right, let's go. Oh, hi, Rebel. Welcome in, Rebel. Yes, you can always add mascara. Yeah, you're right, KK. You can always add mascara to give them a little bit more vada vum vum. But I like it. It's cute, but you can still see it here because this is how, if I had put on one, this is how it would look. Let's try the one pair over here. Girl, what is this? You can't see this. This is like Dolly House eyelash. Like who's wearing this? So when you pair them two together, it gives you a little bit more volume. I like that. I like a little bit of volume. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's put the two together. Just like so, like that. Squeeze them together as tightly as you possibly can. And the goal is to get them close as possible. Yeah. I think this is the close I'm gonna get them with this nails. Yeah, very your lashes, girl. You love these teeny weenies, but then you add a little bit of volume to them. Kiki, you're known for these lashes, girl. I love a big lashes. I love a volume, a volume. Because I have the eyes, you know? I have big eyes. So sometimes in order to take up this space, I need my lashes to be a little bit bigger. Your eyes are a little bit smaller than mine. So I understand why you like these type of lashes. But for me, girl, I have the space, so I make use of it. So if you have a 2-bedroom, you make use of it. If you have a 5-bedroom, you make use of it. Tea no shade, shade no tea. This one feels a little wonky. Hold on. I keep looking into the big mirror when I should be having a small mirror in front of me. Let's try this again. Oh, thank you, darling. That's my other friend. She loves a dolly house lash. Like very wispy, very Bailey there, very much dollhouse. Like when she used to come to work, I was like, girl, that lash though. Like that lash is just like one little strip. I don't know. But it looks cute on her. It works for her. But for me, I love a Vala Vom Vom type of lash. Thank you so much, Olivia. Welcome in. Yeah. You know the type of lashes that you like to wear. But over the years, I think you've gotten better with your lashes. I think you've gotten better. But I still like to see it on you because it matches your personality, it matches your vibe. Having that, little intimate lash. It basically looks like she has on mascara and it's volumizing, which I like. So I think, yeah. But I love you down. I love you down to the ground and back. Okay, so the eyes are finished. We are completed with the eyes. You know what time it is? Blush time. Olivia, don't kill me. It's blush time, guys. It's blush time. One of my favorite times of the makeup process. And then we're going to do blush, and then we're going to do lips, and then we are going to wrap this makeup tutorial up. We're going to go in with a pink, probably this dark pink right here, and then this orange color at the top here. This is from Temu, but we don't necessarily promote Temu over here in these streets anymore. But yeah, so let's go in for this bright neon pink. Rebel, you just got in? Ooh. Oh, this pink. I'm not going to lie to you, but this blush palette, it's everything. The pigmentation of it, it is everything. I'm not going to lie, no. I'm not going to hold you. If you can find it on Temu, get yourself one. That's the only promo I'm going to do for them. Get yourself one. Because these are everything. Everything. Ew. I like. And then we're going to use this orange as our topper. I know it's a lot of blush, but don't judge me. It's a lot of blush. It's a lot of blush, babe. It's a lot of blush. Why are you not blushing? I said, why are you not blushing? It's a lot of blush. Why are you not blushing? That's my horrible UK accent, guys. My horrible UK accent. Why are you not blushing? Ah, this blush. It was sent from heaven. Made and pressed into this plastic just for me. Like this blush in this cheap ass plastic that they made for like 29 cents. This cheap ass thing. This blush was made for me. You hear me tell you? Look how beautiful that looks. And I don't even have on my lips yet, but look how beautiful that looks, guys. 10 out of 10. Will definitely recommend. I don't mess with Temu like that anymore because they did me dirty. But this is how it looks. If you see it, pick it up. You will not regret it, unfortunately. But, yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing? Lips. Lips, legs, body, yaddy, yaddy. Let's get our lips together. Let's get our lips together. We're gonna be using, I need a sharpener. A sharpener, sharpener, sharpener. Oh, hi, Olajo, welcome in. I love the colors too. I really love the colors, Olivia. They are really, really nice. Welcome in. Welcome in. Olajo. The crocheting sailor, my girl. Welcome in. We're gonna go in with this brown liner. Because she does have on a natural lip. Oh, with a gloss. So we're gonna do the same. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here on my tutorial. We have Olivia in the building. We have Kay in the building. We have Olajo in the building. We have BOK in the background. We had, who else? James. Yeah, he was in the building too. If I forget you, don't come for me. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Janelle in the building. Come on through, my girls are coming out. You're in the building. I love it. Oh, my girls are coming out of the woodworks today. Janelle is in the building. Moko is in the building. What's up, Miko? Like, Moko is in the building. Love you, John. Rebel. Yeah, everybody's in the building. Everybody's in the building. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much, KK, for calling out the rest of the people that's in the building. Because I'm here giving a speech, and then I can't remember everybody. But thank you, darling. You are the best. But welcome in, everyone. We're closing down. You know, we're getting to the end of this lovely tutorial. Thank you guys for rocking with me. We're going to jump into one of my favorite lippies to use, especially on brides or if you want something to last you all day. What I will say about this product is from Sephora. And what I will say about this product, if you're going to use it, make sure that you moisturize your lips. Make sure you put on a sleeping mask, something like that sort, because it's going to be drying. And if your lips are already dry before you put on this, it's going to crack. It's going to crack like crack. So make sure that your lip is moisturized way before. Like when you're doing your skincare, put on some lip mask. Put on some, if you don't have lip mask, put on some, what you call it, lip gloss. Something to moisturize your lips before you put on the Sephora lip stain. No, it's not lip stain. It's lipstick. Sorry, it's not a stain. And this is in the shade number 40. And it's a nude, a ashy type of nude, which I quite like. we're gonna jump back over into our pencil just to define the lip a little bit. Yeah, she's eating down. And we're gonna use my bestseller, my OG, my lip gloss. I love her down. As you can see, she is down to the wire. I need to bring this back like ASAP. And you're gonna see how wonderful. A little bit goes a long way, guys. This is from my brand. And it's the Coconut Fancy. She doesn't stick. She gives you that glossy gloss. A little goes a long way. When you talk about gloss, she's top tier. Top tier. I can stand right next to Fenty and say, like, what's up? From another Caribbean girl to another Caribbean girl, like, what the? Beautiful. Everybody who ever had the opportunity to have one of these, I had two flavors. I had the Coconut Fancy and I had the Rose. I can't remember the name, but it was Rose. This one was the top seller. And then when they couldn't get the Coconut Fancy, they got the Rose. But baby, when I tell you, moisturizing, doesn't stick up. You just need a little bit. Obviously, if you put too much on, it will tend for it to be, you know, mushy or whatever. But when I tell you, this was thebomb.com. The people in the chat who have used it, like Olivia, Janelle, she has used it as well. Top tier. Not going to lie to you. It's my own product. I spend about probably 6 different what do you call it, manufacturers to get the perfect one that works for me. I don't have that. They're all sold out. I need more. I'm working on getting more for the summer 2026. I'm working on it. If it's not if it's the only product that I bring back for now, it is going to be those gloss. Because summertime, I need my lips to be on 100. I need it to be glossy. I need it to be... If anybody knows me, this is my signature. If you can see my display picture on my profile right now, I used to always do a nude lip like this. This used to be my signature. Anyway, you see me, I'm nude and gloss down. I always have to be doing this to my teeth though, to make sure that nothing is on my teeth. But this is my go-to nude combo. Anytime you see me, it might be a little bit more pinker, a little bit more nude, but this was my go-to combo. My gloss and a matte lipstick, whether it's MAC, whether it's a MAC lipstick or Sephora or anything that is like nude, count me in. Once my gloss is on the top, you need nothing else. So I'm going to work on bringing them back. I'm going to do new packaging because a lot of times people complain that the top, sometimes it explodes in their bags and etc. And I don't like, after a while, the markings on them and stuff like that doesn't look appealing. I don't like that. And initially I wanted to have like a gold top, but then when they did the gold top, they could not do my logo in gold the way I wanted it. It wasn't bright enough. So I kind of just had to get the black instead, which it works for that time, but this time we're going to do something a little bit more better. I'm thinking about doing something like this. More in like a plastic tube that looks very nice and have like a really good application. Something like this is what I'm planning for the new release. So, yeah, something like this. So, be on the lookout for, Lashmebeat glosses coming back. And this time, I think I'm gonna try to do like two more other colors, maybe like a nudish gloss and then a dark brown gloss. So I'll have the original coconut fancy and a nude, probably call it nude illusion, and then have the cocoa. hmm The cocoa as the brown one. So I think, yeah. So I think that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm working on it as we speak, but there's a lot of things I have to do. But trust you me, I'm trying my best to work on the products and bringing them back out. And this is the final look, guys. And I've been talking so much, but when it comes on to my brand, I am super excited about it because I sit down in the quarantine time and I did so much research and, I picked products. Some of them hit, some of them didn't hit. But I'm so grateful to have the experience of being a business owner, knowing how it goes and the highs and the lows and all the other stuff. I'm just super excited when it comes on to my brand. So forgive me if I've got caught up in the memories and all that good stuff. We're going to lock in everything with our Kiss New York Matte Finish Setting Spray. And we're gonna lock everything in. And yes, I use a lot of setting spray. I do, I can't help it. And we're gonna lock that in. Where did my fan go? I had my fan right here. I don't know where she is. Oh, she's right here. We're gonna use our fan. And we're gonna lock everything in. And we are right on time. It's just only 2 minutes after 8. And I decided that I'm going to finish this live stream at 8 o'clock. So from 6 to 8 o'clock is when you guys going to find me here doing my thing on the days that I decide to pop out and do a makeup look. So I'm super excited. We have 11 people and 11 likes that I can see. Thank you guys so much. I love when the likes and the views match. But yeah, I don't like that way because it's put too much back in that. Oh. Okay, okay. How about a soft tube? Okay, I'm listening to y'all feedback. Well, I'm not listening. I'm looking at y'all feedback. Soft tube. Okay. For a soft tube. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, 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 okay. For your brand. Ah! I love it. 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 Clock it, y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm super excited about it. Like, Olivia and I was working together at Sephora at the time when I had did the launch and all this other stuff. It was a fun time. It was a fun, fun, fun time launching and all the other stuff. When I got my first, because what I ordered first was my lashes. So I have 5 pairs of beautiful lashes. And when I got the demos, I kind of carried them to work and I gave my friends and whatever, let me know what you think about them, etc., etc. then we did the big purchase. And when I got that box of lashes, I felt like a baby. Oh, thank you so much, Moko. Welcome. Welcome, Moko, to our membership. Thank you, darling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 my love. You have a lot of good videos for you to, you know, have a good time. That's all I will say on that. But thank you so much for becoming a member, my love. I have to shake for you. Ah, shake, shake, shake. Ah, hey, 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 yay, 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 yay. Welcome, 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 my love. Welcome. I love it, I love it, I love it. Welcome, my love. New member, new member. I have to come up with a song when people join my membership. But all I can do right now is shake what the good Lord gave me. Shake, 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 shake. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha, ha. Okay. Let me stop, let me stop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Janelle, I need some jingles. If you guys don't know, Janelle is a recording artist. You know, she's my really good friend. She does beautiful music. It's voice music. Yeah. So I need some jingles, girl. I need some jingle, 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 jingle all the way. Lashmebeat, come in the dance and fuck it up right now. Yeah, jingle, 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 all the way. Hey, rush into the snow. Okay, let me stop, let me stop. I get carried away, guys. I get carried away. Sometimes when I be clowning and fooling and stuff like that. But let me put back on my missing nail. And then we can go ahead and wrap this lovely tutorial up. We have to buff the nails first, guys. Take off all of the debris, if any. Push the cuticle back. Then you apply glue and then you just pop on the nail. I'm gonna take them off later on, so I didn't really see. Oh, thank you so much for using my members emojis. Thank you, darling. Okay, Olivia coming through with the emojis. We need a story time. A story time, a story time. Now? Oh, you want me to like make a video of a story time? Talk to me. Let me know, let me know. A story time. What do you want me to talk about? Okay, tell us a story. All right. Is this too embarrassing to tell? This is too embarrassing to tell. But anyways, when I was younger, I went to this party and this Jamaican guy looked good, like he just came from Jamaica, got a few acre, you know, looking good, looking nice. That time, tight pants was wearing, so his pants was tight, shirt tight. He was looking like a snack. Like a snack, and he was in the corner. He was in a car, actually. He didn't necessarily come out of the car, per se. But I was walking with my girls, you know, walking up and down the party. It was like in a yard, right? A big yard, whatever the case may be. Anyways, I pass, you know, across the car and me hear somebody say, psst, psst. In the Caribbean, that's how the guys call you. Psst, sexy, psst. Like they spring big guns all around the place. Anyhow, who's I hear it. Let me give it effect. And I turned back and I turned around and I was like, hi, da 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 da. I went and I introduced myself. He introduced himself and then we were there. I didn't stay over there that long. I just, you know, introduced myself, you know, look cute, whatever, whatever. And I went along my way. So it happens that he got my number from somebody, etc., etc., etc. The following weekend, he wanted me to come over to his house. Now, bearing in mind, I'm like probably 19-ish, somewhere around there. I went to his house. He got his friend to pick me up. We got there. Everything was A-okay. Everything was cute. We got there. He had food. He had everything. His bedroom had TV and all the other stuff. Fine. We're big people here, so we can, you know, get down into the nitty-gritty. We had started, you know, to play around, whatever the case may be, kissing, touching, all of this type of stuff. And I've never encountered something like this before. It could be new for you or whatever the case may be. There's some guys out here who prefer or they get stimulated by doing weird stuff. That could be you have to like talk shit in their ears for them to get stimulated. Sometimes you have to, you know, do this to a nipple or suck on a nipple or whatever the case may be. But his kink was a little bit outrageous for me. It was out of my comfort zone. So he basically asked me to take my fingers, you know, and, you know, rub behind of the balls type of situation. You know, to rub it or whatever the case may be. And I'm in my mind. And I'm saying 1 and 2 make 3. 5 and 6 makes. I was like, what am I going to do here in this situation? Because I am far away from my home. That's number 1. Number 2, a girl didn't have any money at the time to say, okay, I can take a taxi. I could call a friend to pick me up. I never had that opportunity. Hold on there, my phone is literally dying. Let me put the charger in. Olivia, don't kill me. So, yeah. It's a little bit higher now, guys. I'm so sorry. But the charger is in. So, he's like, you know, rub down there or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, I have 2 options. I could leave the situation, try to find a ride home, all that other stuff. I didn't know where I was, to be honest. I know the area, like the town, because it was like, I'm not gonna call the name, but it was a countryside I was at. So the possibility of me getting a ride home is gonna be slim to none, and somebody might take advantage of me because I don't know the area and stuff like that. So I was doing all that in my brains and whatever, whatever. So I ended up saying, you know what, I'm gonna come out of my comfort zone and, you know, whatever. And I'm just like this with my fingers. And when I tell you, the piece went from this to like that. Up. And I'm like, this doesn't feel right. I'm not enjoying this, but then the guy is hot. he is, you know, on paper, in terms of like how he looks, like he is a 10 out of 10. But that little freaky part of him, I just could not put one and two and three and four and five and six. Now that I'm more mature and older, I can understand. But at the time, I was basically thinking survival mode, like, what am I going to do? Or whatever the case may be. It's crazy. It's disgusting to some people. It's fun for some other people, but I didn't put my finger in. I just rubbed the surface of the situation, the cheeks or whatever the case may be. And yeah, that's like one of the weirdest stories that I can, think of. I don't know why I chose that story particularly, but that's a weird ass story. But yeah, that happened and I never saw him again. When I left, I never saw him again because I was afraid. I was afraid about the situation. It's too advanced for me. I'd never done something like that before. And it was just weird how he enjoyed that so much. And I'm like, yeah. So he was, yeah, that just never happened again. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little story. But yeah, that's a true story that happened years ago. Yeah, and I never saw him again. Yes. Yeah. And nothing is wrong with that. Everybody has their kinks and whatever, whatever. I'm not shaming him for, whatever, but the thought of him just expecting me to just do that and just not, like, I don't know, but like, I was young. I didn't have a way to get home. And if I didn't do it, you know, it could have just been ugly or something like that. I didn't know. So I just call it peer pressure or whatever the case may be. But that's why I'm saying, like, sometimes in life you get into situations and it's like an either or. Do you want to make a scene or can you just swallow this situation, get it over with and don't do it again? And that was one of those moments. Um, Now in my big age, am I down for these type of kinky stuff? No, I don't think so. I'm not gonna lie about it, but yeah. It's my first introduction to kinky type of thing, which I wasn't a fan of. But yeah. I, oh, they were. Every man likes it, but it was. What that was news to me. I didn't know. I didn't know. I know when you're, sometimes when you're giving fellatio and you're, doing the things with the shaft, and you go below and you start, playing with the two balls and whatever, whatnot. You go at the back of the balls, which is the little lining thing, and you kind of like, and that's like give them a little bit of like extra type of stuff. But then going too far from the little lining thing to like the holy, that's way too much for me. My brakes stop at the little liney thing. Like that's my okay, the amber light is coming on. You need to fasten your seatbelt. Stop at the red light. Don't go forward. Don't go back. That's my stop. So I guess it is what it is. You live and you learn. The comments is going crazy. I think that 2 years of how would it be younger? I sometimes I sit down and blame myself, but I don't be too hard on myself because these experiences made me who I am for today. So I really don't kind of blame myself. Some situations, I have quite a few situations like this to be quite frank. I have quite a few situations like this one, but I look back at it now and I was like, you know what, that was an experience. I learned something new. And the fact that he was so comfortable with doing whatever he was doing, he didn't care. He just wanted it to be done. He didn't care who was doing it, I guess. It's just like, this is what he wants to be done. And I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? What am I supposed to do? You know, like I've never done that before in my whole entire life. He didn't coach me through it or nothing like that. He just said, "This is what I want." And he was just there, and I'm like, okay, boom, boom, bam, bim, bim, bim. But I don't regret anything that I've done in the past. I am not an open book like that, but I can share, you know, moments that I feel comfortable sharing XYZ, XYZ. Because sometimes people will not share that, but fuck it. I've done it. It's done. I've done it. I lived the life. Whatever. You know? Someone. Yeah, and when you're younger, you do a lot of dumb stuff, you know? And sometimes you don't really think it through, but when it's happening, I always think about it like life and death. Like, what am I going to do to get out of this situation? And I could not come out of the room because whoever whether it's his mother or his auntie or whatever, she was in the living room. So the chances of me coming out and it to be a big scene, yeah. So I had to just stay in it and do what I needed to do in order to get out. And when I got out, I never looked back. I never turned back. I deleted numbers. I think that time we were using BlackBerry, I deleted his BBM number, whatever. Like, you know, I've never seen him again. And that was just that whole situation. And now thinking about it, I don't think we ever went all the way and do the whole bam, 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 bam. It was just most likely foreplay. And that was that. Because at the time, I couldn't fathom us doing something when I have to do that for your ding dong to ding dong. And I'm the type of girl, if your ding dong is not ding dong from the door, then something is wrong. I never have a problem with people's ding dong not ding donging. So from the jump, I was already like, you know, it's a wrap. But you look cute and you're sexy and your body nice and yeah, 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 yeah. Look at my I'm telling my business on YouTube. But yeah. Are you guys satisfied now? I can go and take pictures and do all what I need to do now. Ah, but I love you guys down, and I have so much other stories that I can tell. Cause your girl, when I was younger, I wasn't a hoe, but I had my stage where I was like trying to find myself. Broke out of a relationship that I was in for a good amount of years, very faithful and all that other stuff. And I was like, if he can do all of these stuff, why can I not do it? But then when I did some of this stuff, I never liked how I felt afterwards and stuff like that. So that kind of just changed my whole perspective on my body and how I give my body out and stuff like that. But in between of that gap, there's a lot of, things that happen and stuff like that. Oh, but yeah, I am stuffy right now, like really, really stuffy and stuff like that. But I love you guys so, 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 so much. It has been my Optimus. What am I saying? Optimus. This is Optimus Prime. It has been my utmost pleasure being with you guys tonight. I hope you guys enjoy the look from start to finish. If you didn't catch me when I started, you can always be on the replay, gang. I love you guys so, 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 so much. Until next time, remember, I beat and I beat for the gods. And who knows, maybe next time after we finish our beat, we'll do another story time. Because this one was very spicy and I loved it. Loved you guys so much. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.